Hey guys, Gamer of Gamers in the Zone, and welcome back to another episode of Undertale. Once again, I'm here with a close friend of mine, the Jedi Women Gamer. Apologize if you couldn't hear him well, because I got the mic a part of my headset here, so...
We're also simultaneously live streaming this on my channel.
Yeah, if you're wondering why he has his tripod set up over there, that's because he... At the time we're recording this, he also wanted to do a live stream of this on his channel. So if you're interested in seeing what kind of content he does over on his channel, be sure to check out the Jedi Women Gamer. I'll be sure to leave a link to his channel in the description below.
Actually, I can't stream that channel. This is on the Jedi Gamer Bros.
Oh, right, Jedi Gamer Bros, sorry, but I'll leave a link to that channel then.
Alright. Shall we continue on with the game, brother?
Yes, let's continue. I got my Mountain Dew ready. Also, if you notice that, like, border issue along the edge of the screen, that's because I tried to see if we could get this to work on full screen. I did the best I could, but OBS wanted to keep centering it and stuff. So I believe, if I remember correctly in the last episode, I think we had taken the time to check out all of what Snowden had to offer, if I remember correctly. It has been a while, so I might have forgotten, but I do think we had taken the time to check out all of Snowden. So I believe that leaves us with only one thing left to do, which is to go forth and confront Papyrus.
Oh, the music that Papyrus' music. Oh, excuse me, I remember that.
Yep, everyone's favorite skeleton, folks. Or second favorite if you prefer Sans over him.
Yeah.
Human! Allow me to tell you about some complex feelings. Feelings like the joy of finding another pasta lover, the admiration for another's puzzle-solving skills, the desire to have a cool, smart person think you are cool. These feelings, they must be what you are feeling right now. I can hardly imagine what it must be like to feel that way. After all, I am very great. I don't ever wonder what having lots of friends is. I sound like Doofenshmirtz from Phineas and Ferb right now. I pity you, lonely human. Worry not, you shall be lonely no longer. I, the great Papyrus, will be your... No, this is all wrong. I can't be your friend. You are human. I must capture you. Then I can fulfill my lifelong dream. Powerful, popular, prestigious. That's Papyrus, the newest member of the Royal Guard.
Oh boy. We gotta deal with Papyrus, everyone.
Alright, Papyrus blocks away. So Papyrus, attack 20, defense 20, likes to say, Nehaha. Nehaha.
Just like the description is said.
Yeah, exactly. Papyrus is trying hard to play it cool. Okay, what?
Did we start out with what are the options that we have?
Let's see, we have the option to insult him or flirt with it. Okay. What? Flirting? So you finally reveal your ultimate feelings? Well, I am a skeleton with very high standards. Have 0 redeeming qualities, or... I mean... We could try it. Do you want to go with that?
Sure.
Alright. Let's say we can make spaghetti. Oh no! You're meeting all my standards! I guess this means I have to go on a date with you. Let's date later, after I capture you.
You gotta love this music.
I mean, yeah, his theme is an absolute banger. I mean, lots of Undertale themes are absolute bangers, but Papyrus's theme in particular, it's something iconic, for sure. Okay, Papyrus is thinking about what to wear for his date. Alright, what do you think should be our next move? So we flirted with him. Insulting, what happens? How selfless! You want me to feel better about fighting you? I don't deserve such hospitality from you. Papyrus is thinking about what to cook for his date. Oh, I think we all know what he's gonna cook. Let's see here. Flirt with him again? Oh no! Let's date later, after I capture you. Okay, that did nothing. Papyrus dabs! Papyrus dabs some bone cologne behind his ear. Didn't even know there was such of a thing as that. Oh, someone's actually watching your stream?
Yep.
Oh, nice. Alright, so what do you think? What should be our next move? He just dabbed some bone cologne behind his ear.
We want to avoid hitting him at all costs, right?
Right, that's the goal of this particular playthrough.
Insult again.
Alright, insult him again. There's no need to lie to yourself. Your barbs hide a hidden affection, you emotional cactus. Okay, I don't think I've ever heard that line before, so that's kind of interesting. Papyrus dabs marinara sauce behind his ear. Okay. What's next? Are you also gonna dab some pizza dippers behind your ear as well? Okay, still no sign of any change. So, what do you think we should... Don't waste your words on me. I mean, we're getting something kind of different when we keep insulting him. Papyrus dabs MTT brand Bishy cream behind his ear. I do know what MTT stands for. Don't give it away if you know what it is. Also, excuse me. Alright, you insult but to no avail. Seems acting won't escalate this battle. Don't waste your words on me. Okay. So the game itself is now saying that acting's not doing anything, so I guess we should try something else. Papyrus dabs MTT brand anime powder behind his ear. So what else could we possibly do then? Because we don't want to hurt him. At the same time, though, acting isn't doing anything. So let's see. We don't want to hurt him. I don't know if there's anything related to items. Mercy, there's the spare option. What do you think?
Wait, is spare yellow?
No, spare's not yellow. We can still try that option, though. Alright. So you won't fight. Then, let's see if you can handle my fabled blue attack. Oh, this is the attack Sans was worrying about us. Remember, think of blue stop signs.
Oh. That changed something.
Uh-oh. What just happened?
Oh,
You're blue now. That's my attack. Nah. Oh, interesting. Sans never told us about this. You're blue now. Okay. I mean, that took us somewhere, so I guess we try to keep sparing him. I wonder what I should wear. Papyrus dabs MTT brand attraction slime behind his ear. Okay. What? I'm not thinking about that date thing. Yeah, this is the one that's specifically titled Bone Trousel. Yeah, is it? I mean, the Undertale community is large. I mean, it also has a large toxic side, but outside of that, Undertale has a strong community. You know what's interesting is that Toby Fox, the creator of this game, he never thought that this game was going to get very far. This initially started out as a simple Steam game. He didn't think this was going to get very far or anything, but then just with how massive the community got, I think he himself said that, like, this changes everything. Papyrus dabs MTT brand beauty yogurt behind his ear. Never heard of someone putting yogurt behind their ear. I would think that'd be something like, yeah, don't make me use my special attack. Pretty early, though, to be announcing something about a special attack. Papyrus realizes he doesn't have ears. Yeah, so I guess that means we're going somewhere. I can almost taste my future popularity. Nope. Almost forgot about that. Papyrus remembered a bad joke Sans told and is frowning. Papyrus, head of the Royal Guard. Papyrus is trying hard to play it cool. Papyrus, unparalleled spaghettitor. Is that even a word, spaghettitor? Or is he just... I mean, technically that's more of a name than anything else. Papyrus is trying hard to play it cool. Undyne will be really proud of me. I think we might have heard a... just barely not enough distance there. Huh. Papyrus is rattling his bones. Rattle me bones. The king will trim a hedge in the shape of my smile. Yep, seems so. Yeah, all those act options, they were actually technically optional. Because I think, like, in our initial playthrough of the game, we actually never... I think we were, like, in a rush to get through the sparing part, so we could hurry up and, like, show everything else. And I think I remember, like, it actually completely changed the game entirely, where if you just simply spared him, like, you would have, like, a hangout or something. But yeah, by flirting with him, it ends up becoming a date. And it, like, kind of changes things up interestingly. Alright. My brother will... Well, he won't change very much. Yeah, you got it. That was actually pretty good. Papyrus is cackling. I'll have lots of admirers, but... But what?
That's the real question.
Papyrus is trying to... Okay, description is becoming the same. Will anyone like me as sincerely as you? What, am I like the first in like a millennia to actually take the time to appreciate your puzzles? Papyrus is preparing a bone attack. Well, yes, that is very resourceful. Thank you very much, game, for telling me that. Someone like you is really rare. Now am I rare? Is it because I'm human, or is it because of the fact that I claim to like your spaghetti or something in some way or form? Papyrus is rattling his bones. And dating might be kind of hard. Oh. Papyrus is rattling his bones. After you're captured and sent away... Papyrus is cackling. Who cares? Give up! That was very close. I think it was like just a pixel off there. Smells like bones. What do bones smell like, actually? That's something I never thought about. Give up or face my special attack. Oh, he's mentioning the special attack again. I mean, for those of you that have seen my stream of this game when I was having a sick day and went down the genocide route, we know that Sans had a pretty interesting special attack and that it was like nothing. Also, just so you guys know, I did not actually get the genocide ending. I only went as far as to kill Sans. Yeah, very soon I will use my special attack. Yeah, perhaps after the bone attack. Maybe it's we'll see that special attack. Papyrus is considering his options. Not too long, and I will use that special attack. Oh, I don't think... Yeah, I could tell I jumped a bit too early there. Papyrus is preparing a bone attack. This is your last chance before my special attack. Okay. Okay. Papyrus is cackling. Should I consider if the special attack is coming up? Maybe is an item. I have cinnamon bicycle. I believe the bicycle I can consume twice. So why don't we go ahead and use that up? You want to have the bicycle because I think that restores 11 HP since I'm only down to half HP. Behold, my special attack. What the heck? That's my special attack! Hey, you stupid dog! Do you hear me? Stop munching on that bone. Hey, what are you doing? Come back here with my special attack! Oh well, I'll just use a really cool regular attack. Papyrus is getting ready for a regular attack. Aw, man. Was interested in seeing what the special attack did. Alright, here's an absolutely normal attack. Oh man. Oh! What's happening? Alright. Alright, yeah, I need to pay attention. We can't be having normal conversation now. He's doing a regular attack at the moment. I can't focus. A cool dude. And then I was like a bone with sunglasses, was that? Whoa, what's going on here? Okay, that was interesting. Oh no! A regular bone, what shall I do? Well, it's clear you can't defeat me. Yeah, I can see you shaking in your boots. Therefore I, the Great Papyrus, elect to grant you pity. I will spare you, human. Now's your chance to accept my mercy. I think this is actually the first time in the battle we actually got to spare him. Because I remember in the original Let's Play, another way you can spare Papyrus is if you actually lose, he'll like lock you in like his shed. And I think like it's very easy to escape. And I believe if you just keep losing to him enough times, he gets like tired of fighting you, that he'll like give you the option if you want to fight him again or not. And if you choose no, you'll just be able to progress forward. So it's possible to win the fight by losing, in a sense. Meaning that it's impossible to like actually die to Papyrus. No, I can't even stop someone as weak as you. Undyne's going to be disappointed in me. I'll never join the Royal Guard, and my friend Quantity will remain stagnant. What should you say? Should we say, let's be friends? Really? You want to be friends? With me? Well then, I guess I can make an allowance for you. Wowee! We haven't even had our first date, and I've already managed to hit the friend zone. Who knew that all I needed to make pals was to give people awful puzzles and then fight them? You taught me a lot, human. I hereby grant you permission to pass through, and I'll give you directions to the surface. Continue forward until you reach the end of the cavern. Then, when you reach the capital, cross the barrier. That's the magical seal trapping us all underground. Anything can enter through it, but nothing can exit. Except someone with a powerful soul. Like you. That's why the king wants to acquire a human. He wants to open the barrier with soul power. Then us monsters can return to the surface. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you. To reach the exit, you will have to pass through the king's castle. The king of all monsters. He is, well, he's a big fussy pushover. Everybody loves that guy. I'm certain if you just say, "Excuse me, Mr. Dreamer, can I please go home?" he'll guide you right to the barrier himself. Anyway, that's enough talking. I'll be at home being a cool friend. Feel free to come by and have that date. Yeah. So yeah, you could continue forward at this time, or you can go back and have that date with Papyrus. Or if you did not flirt with him during the fight, it would just be a regular hangout. But yeah, if you talk to Papyrus right here, you can begin the date. So, would you like to begin the date?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright, let's go ahead. So you came back to have a date with me. You must be really serious about this. I'll have to take you someplace really special. A place I like to spend a lot of time.
Oh, I remember this from our original Let's Play.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Alright, sounds good. Alright, let's see where he's taking us. Seems we're taking a nice walk across town. My house! I mean, I do like to spend a lot of time in my house as well, and I'm sure you do too. So, I mean, good respect for you here, Papyrus. Alright, how's it going, buddy? Welcome to scenic my house. Enjoy and take your time. Alright, so we got a lot of stuff to check out over here. Let's see what we got over here. This is my brother's pet rock. He always forgets to feed it. As usual, I have to take responsibility. The rock is covered in sprinkles. Okay, we got the couch here. You touch the couch, it makes a jangling sound. You find a bunch of loose coins inside the couch. You got 20 gold. Oh, nice. It's a saggy old couch. What do we got going on over here? It's a dirty sock with a series of notes on it. Sans, please pick up your sock. Okay. Don't put it back down. Move it. Okay. You moved it 2 inches. Move it to your room. Okay. And don't bring it back. Okay. It's still here. Didn't you just say not to bring it back to my room? Forget it. Alright, anything good on TV right now? Oh, it's my favorite game show. It says, stay tuned for a new program, NTT. What? It's usually better than this. This is just a bad episode. Don't judge me. What we got over here? It's a joke book. Take a look inside. You want to take a look inside the joke book?
Sure, we can.
Alright, inside the joke book was a quantum physics book. You look inside. Inside the quantum physics book was another joke book. You look inside, there's another quantum physics book. You decide to stop. Aww. I was interested in seeing what was inside the quantum physics book. Come on. Alright, looks like we got the kitchen in here. That's the trash can. Feel free to visit it anytime. Okay. What do we got up here? My brother always goes out to eat, but recently he tried baking something. It was like a quiche, but filled with a sugary, non-egg substance. How absurd. Okay, what's going on in the... There's an empty pie tin inside the stove. Don't they mean oven? Because technically the stove is like the top of the oven area that you do stuff on top of. Usually the oven is like what you put stuff inside. I'm not sure if that was just a mistake there or... Also, the fact that Sans cooked something here and there's an empty pie tin inside the stove... There is actually significance story-wise as to what that entails. I'm not going to give away now what that is. I will maybe say another time, but for now, let's keep looking around the house. Aha! Interested in my food museum? Please, pursue my culinary art show. Half of the fridge is filled with containers all labeled spaghetti. The other half contains nothing but an empty bag of chips. Oh, yikes. This is a pretty tall sink. I'm pretty sure logically, with it going above, like, the walls there, doesn't that mean it should be, like, going through the ceiling there? So that's a pretty tall sink. Impressed? I increased the height of my sink. Now I can fit more bones under it. Take a look-see. Uh-oh. What? Catch that meddling canine! Curses! Okay, Papyrus. Sans! Stop plaguing my life with incidental music. Forget it. An interesting detail is that, while you can only interact with the, now opened sink, I believe when this game was ported to consoles, I think in the PS4 version of this game, what you could actually go in here and there'd be like this like dog shrine where you could just donate a tedious amount of gold, except like you keep dropping in 1 gold at a time or something. Maybe I can show you off stream and stuff, like a YouTube video on that or something. And then what's also interesting is that in the Nintendo Switch version, when it got ported to the Switch, I think like the shrine in here was like taken down and replaced with a door that could only be opened by like going like opposite directions with the 2 Joy-Cons. Which I believe after, I think, like, at minimum beating one of the later on bosses in the game, the door would open, allowing you to face, like, a secret boss that was exclusive to the Nintendo Switch version of this game, and maybe I can show you what those were like sometime offline. Also, a neat little secret that you can do here, if you notice how Papyrus walks around to see your view of the kitchen. If you keep getting him to go back and forth, I believe something can happen where, I believe it start mixing like a dinging sound or something. Let me see if I can pull it off here. Oh, there, the dinging sound. I only got it to work once, but then I believe if you talk to him again after that, he'll go, wow, being a good host is a real workout. I mean, definitely is if your host makes you having to do the fitness gram pacer test. Let's see here. A classic image. It always reminds me of what's important in life. The door to Sans' room is locked. There is a way to get into Sans' room, something that I don't think I ever got to show in my original Let's Play. Maybe I did, but that is something I will show later on. But I believe I've showed everything there is to show in here, so let's go ahead and get a move on. That's my room. If you've finished looking around, we could go in and do whatever people do when they date. Go inside. Alright, let's see what we got here. So, if you've seen everything, do you want to start the date? Begin the date? Oh wait, we didn't get the chance to check out the room yet. Do you want to check out the room first, or do you want to just start the date? Let's just start the date. Alright. I guess I can show you the room afterwards. Okay, dating start. Dating start. Here we are, on our date. Yeah, as mentioned before, if you did not flirt with Papyrus during the fight against him, this would just be a hangout and not a date, and I do believe that's what we did in our original Let's Play, but yeah. I've actually never done this before. But don't worry, you can't spell prepared without several letters from my name. I snagged an official dating rulebook from the library. We're ready to have a great time. Let's see. Step 1. Press the C key on your keyboard for dating HUD. Oh, okay. Oh, do I have to actually press that? Is correct? Oh, Saturday. I'm pretty sure it always shows the date there. Like, depending on if it's day or night, it'll actually, like, show you what day it is. So this game actually knows what the date and time is. And that comes into play at another little secret in this game that we'll get to later. For now, though, sure there's a lot going on here. Okay. Egg. Alright, let's see here. Wowee! I feel so informed. I think we're ready for step 2. Step 2. Ask them on a date. Human, I, the Great Papyrus, will go on a date with you. Alright, let's do it. Really? Wowee! Yeah. I guess that means it's time for part 3. Step 3. Put on nice clothes to show you care. What is it? Wait a second. Wear clothing. That bandana around your head. You're wearing clothing right now. I do believe depending on what we have equipped, Papyrus will notice. So right now we have the manly bandana equipped as our clothing. Not only that, earlier today, you were also wearing clothing. No, could it be? You wanted to date me from the very beginning?
Sure.
Alright. No! You planned it all! You're way better at dating than I am! No! Your dating power!
Oh boy.
Yeah. Don't think you've bested me yet. I, the Great Papyrus, have never been beaten at dating, and I never will. I can easily keep up with you. You see, I too can wear clothing. In fact, I always wear my special clothes underneath my regular clothes, just in case somebody happens to ask me on a date. Behold. What do you got? Yeah, what do you think of my secret style? You love it? Alright. No, a genuine compliment. However, you don't truly understand the hidden power of this outfit. Therefore, what you just said is invalid. I mean, technically not, because even if it is invalid, even if, like, we don't know the hidden power, it's still a really nice outfit, buddy. This date won't escalate any further unless you find my secret. But that won't happen. Move and inspect with Z. Alright, so we gotta inspect the different parts of his outfit to figure out the hidden power. Where do you want to look first here? Let's see here. We got shoes, we got his legs, shorts, the cool dude shirt, basketball shoulder pads, nice looking hands, his head, hat. Where do you want to start with the shirt? This shirt didn't originally say cool, but I improved it. Expert tip. All clothing articles can be improved this way. I mean, that's some pretty good screen printing, I will say. As someone that has taken a screen printing class back in high school, I haven't printed a couple of designs on some screen printing shirts. Here, why don't I, well, actually, I think one of them is currently in my dirty clothes, so I probably won't be able to show them right now, but... Huh? Alright, so Cool Dude doesn't seem to have the hidden power. Neat detail, the fact that he put that on himself, but it's not the hidden power. So where else would you like to inspect? We got basketball shoulder pads, we got a hat, shorts. Let's try the hat. My hat! My hat! My hat! Yeah! Well then, you found my secret! Alright, we found it, folks. I suppose I have no choice. It's a present! A present just for you. Open it? Alright. Do you know what this is? So what do you think it is?
spaghetti?
Is that what you think it is?
Yeah, I think.
If so, let's say of course then. Spaghetti. That's what you're thinking, isn't it? Right. But oh so wrong. This ain't any plain old pasta. It's an artisan's work. Silken spaghetti finely aged in an oaken cask. I never heard of that word before. Then cooked by me, Master Chef Papyrus. Human, it's time to end this. There's no way this can go any further. What shall we do? Shall we eat his spaghetti or refuse it? Alright, let's try eating it. You take a small bite. Your face reflexively scrunches up. The taste is indescribable. What a passionate expression! You must really love my cooking. And by extension, me. Maybe even more than I do. No! Human, it's clear now. You're madly in love with me. Everything you do, everything you say, it's all been for my sake. Human, I want you to be happy too. It's time for me to express my feelings. It's time that I told you, Papyrus, is it hot in here or is it just me? Oh, shoot. Human, I'm sorry. I don't like you the way you like me. Romantically, I mean. I tried very hard to. I thought that because you flirted with me, that I was supposed to go on a date with you. Then, on the date, feelings would blossom forth. I would be able to match your passion for me. But alas, I, the great Papyrus, have failed. I feel just the same as before, and instead, by dating you, have only drawn you deeper into your intense love for me. A dark prison of passion with no escape. How could I have done this to my dear friend? No, wait, that's wrong. I can't fail at anything. Human, I'll help you through these trying times. I'll keep being your cool friend and act like this all never happened. After all, you are very great. It would be tragic to lose your friendship. So please, don't cry because I won't kiss you. Because I don't even have lips. Right. And hey, someday you'll find someone as great as me. Well, no, that's not true. But I'll help you settle for second best. Oh, and if you ever need to reach me, here's my phone number. You can call me anytime. Platonically. Well, gotta go. Alright, we never really got the chance to check out the room. Now, unfortunately, I don't think we're able to get the descriptions that Papyrus gives us before reading these, but we got a box of bones. I think he would, say that these are, attacks he uses on you. The attacks he uses on you during the fight. And then his computer. The computer's internet browser is open to a social media site. I think he would mention that, he's, really popular on the internet, but at the same time, there's, a troll out there somewhere that keeps, plaguing him with, I think, bad jokes or something. Look in the closet. Would you like to look in the closet? Alright. Clothes are hung up neatly inside. Okay. The bookshelf is filled with complex tomes about puzzle creation and children's books. It's a beat-up pirate flag. An interesting details. I think it would mention that this is something that was picked up from the surface, and it led to Papyrus to believe that skeletons evolved from humans. I think. Action figures of many sexy robots. Okay. And then it's a race car bed, neatly made. I'm not sure if you've ever grown up with a race car bed at all. I don't know if this is something that like a lot of people. I'm sure there's probably those kids out there that is really into racing that they really enjoy these kind of race car beds. But I remember I think Papyrus would say that he'd be interested in like driving this out on the road sometime, from what I remember. Alright, let me quick see how long this episode's been so far. About 40 minutes. I mean, we could keep it going for a little bit longer. I guess there's one more thing we could do before we move forward. Oh, so I just got a phone notification, probably for something not important at the moment. Interesting how it still has this effect right here, even after beating Papyrus, because normally this effect like would go away within that one moment that we had beaten Papyrus. Oh yeah. Oh wait, actually I think what I want to do is something I'll be saving for next episode. Because we now have Papyrus's phone number. There's a lot that I want to show with Papyrus's phone number. First things first, though, one last thing I want to show over here before we end the episode. Yo, are you sneaking out to see her too? Awesome. She's the coolest, right? I want to be just like her when I grow up. Hey, don't tell my parents I'm here. Okay, I'm ready when you are. What do we got over here? This is an echo flower. It repeats the last thing it heard over and over. This is an echo flower that repeats the last thing it heard over and over. Neat, huh? Neat, huh? Nice. The sound of rushing water fills you with determination. Alright, this is the waterfall checkpoint. Hey, how's it going, Sans? What? Haven't you seen a guy with 2 jobs before? Fortunately, 2 jobs means twice as many legally required breaks. I'm going to Grillby's. Wanna come? What do you think? Shall we go to Grillby's with him?
Sure, let's go. Yeah.
Alright. Well, if you insist, I'll pry myself away from work. Over here. I know a shortcut. Fast shortcut, huh? Yes that was. Hey, everyone. Hey, Sans. Hi, Sans. Greetings, Sans. Hi, Sansy. Hey, Sans. Weren't you just here for breakfast a few minutes ago? Nah, I haven't had breakfast in at least half an hour. You must be thinking of brunch. Here, get comfy. Whoops. Watch where you sit down. Sometimes weirdos put whoopee cushions on the seats. Oh, okay. Anyway, let's order. What do you want? Do we want fries or burger? Because if I remember correctly, didn't you tell me one time that you actually don't like burgers? So we could, if that's the case, go with fries. Alright, let's go with some fries then. Yeah, I know you like fries. Hey, that sounds pretty good. Grillby, we'll have a double order of fries. So, what do you think of my brother? What do you think? Go with cool? Of course he's cool. You'd be cool too if you wore that outfit every day. He'd only take that thing off if he absolutely had to. Oh well, at least he washes it. And by that I mean he wears it in the shower. Okay. Here comes the grub. Want some ketchup? What do you think? Do you normally like ketchup with your fries? Alright, let's have some ketchup with our fries. Bon appetit. Bon appetit. I think that's what they were going for. You tip the ketchup. The cap falls off and the ketchup in the bottle pours onto your food. Oh, yikes. That's a lot of ketchup. Whoops. Forget about it. You can have mine. Are you sure, buddy? I'm not hungry anyway. You sure? I mean, I enjoy ketchup on my fries. Are you sure about that? Anyway, cool or not, you have to agree Papyrus tries real hard. Like how he keeps trying to be a part of the Royal Guard. One day, he went to the house of the head of the Royal Guard, and begged her to let him be in it. Of course, she shut the door on him because it was midnight. But the next day, she woke up and saw him still waiting there. Seeing his dedication, she decided to give him warrior training. It's still a work in progress. Alright. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you something. What? Have you ever heard of a talking flower?
Yes, we have.
Alright. So you know all about it. The echo flower. They're all over the marsh. Say something to them, and they'll repeat it over and over. What about it? Well, Papyrus told me something interesting the other day. Sometimes when no one else is around, a flower appears and whispers things to him. Flattery, advice, encouragement, predictions. Weird, huh? Someone must be using an echo flower to play out a trick on him. Keep an eye out, okay?
Sure.
Thanks. Well, that was a long break. I can't believe I let you pull me away from work for that long. Oh, by the way, I'm flat broke. Can you foot the bill? It's just 10,000 gold. What should we do here? I know we don't actually have that much gold, but should we do it anyway, or...
Just be nice, sure.
Alright, I'm sure we can have ways to get that much gold. Might take a bit of tedious grinding, but I'm sure we can do it. Just kidding. Okay, I'm pretty sure he'll still be kidding even if you do have that much gold. Grubby, put it on my tab. Also, that's quite expensive just for some fries, like yikes. By the way, I was going to say something, but I forgot. I do believe all the monsters around here have unique dialogue now. Specifically when you come here with Sans, like, Sansy, come back and sit with me. Everything's so fun when you're around. Okay, they only have one line of dialogue. Sansa's interesting. He has told me all about all kinds of incredible foods, but despite his knowledge, he always orders the worst burger off the menu. An interesting thing about that, I remember on a little mini vacation drive I was having with my brother and sister, I remember my brother telling me that sometimes if you were to go to like a fairly like basic like bar and grill, like something that looks like a simple local thing, and like you just order a burger there, apparently it'll be like the best burger you'll ever have, apparently. That's something my brother told me, and apparently, I mean, I've never tried it since I don't normally go to bars since I don't drink, but yeah, okay, jukebox is still broken. The capital's, okay, this guy has the same thing to say here. So, okay, so he mentions nothing about Sans' presence in the room. We can't sit back down. How's it going, Gribby? Grisby's said that your food is probably cold by now. Yeah, we didn't even eat the food at all during that entire conversation. Like, we were just talking the whole time. We didn't even eat anything. We had ordered food, but then never actually ate it. Kind of a waste, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Sans is a sentry, but don't let this title make you think he does anything. Everyone knows he sits around in the forest reading car magazines. Keep that in mind, the fact that he reads car magazines while there. Anything? Oh, that's right, these guys only have one line of dialogue. I forgot about that. Whoops. Sans is the most regular of all. He hasn't been showing up as much recently, though. Oh, interesting. Is this guy still playing poker against himself? Yes, it is. Okay. How's it going, Grainer Dog? Still your same old self. How's it going here? I like Sans. Sometimes he feeds us scraps of food under the table. Then his brother gets mad. But why? We're adults. We can handle it. I was hoping Sans came in if you give me a pat on the head, interloper. Huh? Since when did you and Sans become friends? I don't like him. He loves to appear without moving. Interesting. I mean, he does have his shortcuts and all, but an interesting little detail to know about Sans. Anyway, there is a lot I have to show in the next episode. So for now that we have Papyrus's number. So for now, I'm going to end this episode here. Let's go ahead and save progress right over here. The sight of such a friendly town fills you with determination. Also, I never got to show the description for the unicycle. So, this was initially the bicycle, but since it can be eaten twice, now it's called the unicycle. Heals 11 HP. It's a single-pronged popsicle. Wait, that's just normal. It's a neat little detail there. Anyway, next episode. I have a lot to show in terms of the fact that you can now call Papyrus. So, we're going to end things off for this episode, because this is a pretty good episode length. We're getting close to the max. So, I'd say that'll be a good place to end it. So, thank you everyone for watching. Stay tuned till next time. Be sure to check out the Jedi Hoyman Gamers channel, currently called the Jedi Gamer Bros. And until next time, this is the Gamer of Gamers.
That's the Jedi Hoyman Gamer.
And stay excellent, everyone.